takes forever.
Mm-hmm. I know that feeling.
Yeah, it's obnoxious. And Piccolo threw a bit. Why, thank you. Now he's got 1,001. Oh yeah. And I have hiccup.
You should probably get rid of that before the actual recording kicks in.
They'll go away eventually. Maybe.
If not, it'll be hilarious.
Thank you. Okay, that hasn't been a minute yet. Let's get it to like a minute and a half. Quick, what's your favorite
taco?
Yeah, what's your favorite taco?
Oh God, what's the name of that one from Crafted?
Chicken.
The box truck.
Oh man,
what's in the box truck?
Crafted.
That's the barbecue mac and cheese one.
Huh. Interesting.
That sounds amazing. Brian, you're slightly too small. Hang on, let me. Whoop, there we go. Yay. Okay, that's good enough. Let's go.
Zoom, zip, zoom.
Shh. Ow, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. This is episode 562 of the Mana Pool because clearly we have no lives and we're really dedicated to that.
Literally, we've done this, and for some reason, last week, 561, I was fine. I'm staring at that number now, and I'm like, there's no way we've done this 561 previous times.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I'm Chewy, the lead dork, as always. With me, as most of the time, are some other dorks and a special guest. So we're gonna skip the dorks. It's Brian and Dirk. Mike is missing.
Hey.
Because Mike is... We gotta hurry this up. We're starting like an hour late. Mike is missing because Mike's doing other stuff. But we have this Mike.
Yes. Woo.
So, Mike, real quick. Who are you?
Yeah. So I am Mike, not related to the other Mike. I am a level 2 judge from Winston-Salem. I also have my own podcast called Best of 3. So
they're almost a real podcast. They're getting there steadily.
I know.
Oh, are they also at 562 episodes?
No, we're at 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the real podcast comes when they hit double digits.
Okay.
Which will probably be in like a month because I think we're on track for like one a week now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So there you go. We will put links to things down in the show notes, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, chat wants to know, how many experience points do you have? What's your judge subclass? What sort of build are you going for? And what level does it come online?
Paladin. Soon to be a Retribution Paladin. Once I spec into that.
All right. I like this guy.
All about that DPS, yeah.
I feel like I'm the one person who completely understands what he's talking about.
I mean, Stark does too.
Yeah,
I have a good enough idea of that.
He said fancy words, and I'm like, I know what a paladin is. I played Final Fantasy IV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's about it.
Yep.
I played D&D one time. Woohoo! Also, people keep recommending Critical Role to me, and I'm afraid if I start watching it, I will never come out. So
that is how it works. Yeah.
Matt Mercer's dreamy.
So,
all right.
This week we're doing the Commander previews, obviously, because that's the big, thing.
Yep. Kind of glad we didn't start it last week because we had RPGing to do last week, and now we've got a lot more to talk about.
It's true. So let's start with this screen. So, the way they're doing it this year is every day this week there was a new deck. And then at the end of the day, not tomorrow, at the end of the day, we get the full deck list. Which is awesome, because that means we have the full deck list while we record.
Whoa!
I know.
Whoa.
No way.
So,
Amazing.
the decks this time are the Sultai Morph deck, named Faceless Menace, the Jeskai Flashback deck called Mystic Intellect, the Naya Populate deck called Primal Genesis,
Which I
and
swear is the name of a real card. Yeah.
is it? Is it?
I don't think it is, but
Oh.
it really sounded like it.
Well, there's like Primal Surge and Genesis Wave
Yeah.
Oh, there we
that
go.
do
yeah.
almost the same thing.
Yeah, you got it.
We'll
I'm
go
sorry,
with
keep
the,
going.
the Surge Wave later. And then the Rakdos Madness deck named Merciless Rage. Like you do. So,
Like you do.
I think the first thing to do is just talk about the commanders that come in the new decks, and then look at the rest of the new cards. And
Okay.
then go to the next deck.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, yeah. I follow you.
Are you picking down what I'm putting up? Picking up what I'm putting down? Picking
Thank you, Captain Listexia.
scabs. Okay. So, the first, where is she? There she is. So I think the default commander for the Morph deck is Kadena Slinking Sorcerer,
Yes, it is.
who is a 1 and a Sultai, a black, a red, a black, a green, and a blue. 1 black, green, blue. 4 mana. There we go.
Yep.
3/3 Naga Wizard. The first face-down creature spell you cast each turn costs 3 less to cast. Ooh, that means
Yeah,
it's free for those of you
That's
paying
spicy.
attention.
Yep.
And whenever a face-down creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. The magic words.
Yep.
That's quite magical right there.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, really, you can play her and then go ahead and be like, okay, I haven't played a face down this turn. Guess I'll just play a face down. And in subsequent turns, if she survives, you play a face down for free and then get to go ahead and have the mana to flip it up. Wow. I like it.
Well, in some cases, like, you could flip over the creature anyway, because there's plenty in the deck, I think, that have, like, alternate, like, not mana-based
Mm-hmm.
morph cost.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the fact that even though the deck is made to play with Morph, she also works. Her second ability triggers with Manifest as well. So there you go, versatility. I like commanders that allow you not only to support their theme, but allow you to expand a little bit outside and to allow you to really, show your creative chops and how else can you use this.
Which is really bizarre that Brian says that, because I was just about to say she's incredibly narrow and I kind of hate her.
She does pretty much only work with face down stuff. That's true.
But, I mean,
You kind of hate her because
just
got the
because,
one
like,
thing.
Kadena is only for the Morph deck. Like, it's not like one you're going to go, oh, I know. I'll use Kadena as my commander and do this other. No, you won't. Stop.
Yeah, because the Morph was only in the Onslaught block.
Let's see. Onslaught.
And what was the
Yeah.
other?
Tarkir.
Tarkir.
and Time
Time
Spiral.
Spiral,
It's
yeah.
actually been in a couple. And you've got, and from Tarkir, you've also got Megamorph and you've got Manifest.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, if you look at the list, there's like a lot of cons block reprints out of there.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Wait.
some nice ones from Onslaught.
Ooh,
so.
including the Dancing Raptor.
Yep.
Huh.
I mean, it feels fine to me. It just feels like what Windgrace felt like in the last one, where it's just pretty much just straight value. Just
Yeah.
play good things, draw cards.
Play this in this deck and draw more cards.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the commander that the deck was built around, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
All right. The
So let's see who's next. Rayami?
Ryami, yeah, out of that deck, yes. I didn't know if we were jumping to the next deck or you want to stay in this deck.
Yeah, let's just do a deck at a time.
Okay. Rayami, First of the Fallen. For 1 and a Sultai, a black, green, and blue, no red.
No red.
It is a 5/4 legendary vampire. If a non-token creature would die, exile that card with a blood counter on it instead. As long as an exiled creature card with a blood counter on it has flying, Rayami, First of the Fallen, has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. I mean, basically, if it's got a keyword on it, and it's out, exiled with a blood counter on it, she probably has that ability.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
This has the potential to get really annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, considering it's like, it says non-token creature would die, doesn't specify opponent's creatures
Nope.
or yours, it counts all of them.
Yeah.
You got it.
So all you need is like,
let me play this damnation on a full board.
Just as long as you have some way to like protect her, or heck, she'll see them go to the. She'll see them die.
yeah.
If she's your commander, you replay her, and she's like, "Oh, look at all these neat abilities I got. Is haste one of them? Haste is one of them." So,
Like, the only tricky one to do that way is then indestructible. So,
well, that way
that's a little tough.
you play something indestructible and have a sack outlet. Easy.
There you go.
or
He has a point though. It's hard to kill someone else's thing with indestructible without exiling it, and this doesn't trigger this.
yeah.
So
You have to make them sack it, or you just have to play like a really big Black Sun Zenith or something.
my Chewy's point is still exactly correct. You can do your own, but I think it's hard to do it with somebody else's, except for, like you said, with minus whatever.
Yep, it's doable.
It's doable. You find this one a little more interesting than just the straight up morph?
As far as versatility, no.
This is a build your own Voltron.
Yeah, but it's a build your own Voltron that doesn't require any like work. You just kill things, which it's a commander game. Things are gonna die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that it's way narrow, it means I will never want to use them for a story circle.
Right. Because what do we put in this deck?
Murder. You kill
Murder.
things.
I'm gonna go this one, and then you go that one,
And maybe some of your own creatures with some of these abilities.
Exactly. Yeah. So like it's really good, and it has the potential to get way out of hand, and it's pretty clearly powerful. It just doesn't interest me personally.
It's also a little bit like hard to deal with anything that's already gotten exiled, so that commander's just going to be super annoying every time it gets played.
Yeah,
Like it's only going to get progressively worse.
Like how many ways are there to deal with things that have been exiled? There's like the processors and a couple of little pull from eternity. Does that pull things out of exile or whatever that card is called?
I have to look. I'd have to look up and see what that does now, because it was originally meant to work with suspend. I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, I mean that's also an important point. That's gonna mess with a whole lot of people's strategies.
well, the one thing I thought was funny is that the Eldrazi, old school Eldrazi, that when they if they would go to the graveyard, they're shuffled back in. Well,
Yeah, they don't.
they technically die.
I don't. Do
But-
they? Hey, Judge guy.
I think it's a replacement effect, right? Hey, Mike.
Yeah, this is a replacement effect, so they don't hit the yard, therefore it doesn't cause the shuffle. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is doesn't this exile the Eldrazi instead of
Yes.
shuffling them in?
Oh wait.
yes.
So but
it's
whose
an
replacement
answer.
effect takes precedence? Because the
no,
Eldrazi
no.
don't even hit the graveyard for a second.
no, the Titans do. That's a trigger.
Oh, that one's a trigger.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Pull from Eternity says put target. The Oracle text is put target face up exiled card into its owner's graveyard. So
Okay, so that does work.
yeah, it's a one shot instant. So
How much does it cost?
one.
Woohoo! Put it on an Ice Ground Scepter. Just play both of those cards in your deck just to spite your buddy that's playing Rayami.
Let's get rid of this indestructible creature out of exile. All right, now we can kill the thing.
Okay, I'll replay it for my command zone. Ah! All right, well, maybe Chu will find Volrath to be more of his style. Hey, Dirk, what's Volrath?
What's Volrath do? So, Volrath is for 2 black, green, blue. So, 5 total mana. Is a Volrath the Shape Stealer. Is a shapeshifter that's a 7/5. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. For 1 mana, until end of turn, Volrath the Shape...
Nope.
Read carefully. Pay 1 mana.
Pay 1 mana.
Until your next turn, sorry.
There you go.
Until
That's
your
important.
next turn, Volrath the Shapestealer becomes a copy of target creature with a counter on it, except it's 7/5 and has this ability.
Ooh.
Now that's an interesting one. And the fact that it just cares about the creature having a counter on it, obviously it's great that he throws counters around, but somebody else plays a creature with +1/+1 counters on it. Fabulous. A charge counter. A divinity counter. A Stark maximum counter. I don't know.
A level up counter.
There you go.
Or, ooh, spicy enough. Planeswalker creature that animates.
Gideon.
Yeah. Pay 1 mana. Look, you got a Gideon now. And then it dies.
Why does it die?
Because it's a Planeswalker with no counters on it.
Well, it remains a 7/5. Oh, but my head. Maybe don't do that. Yeah.
This is what you do if you're gonna Mindslaver the Volrath player.
Keep that in mind. But yeah, what do you think, Sherry? A little more interesting?
Yeah, this one at least has some shenanigans. It's not just a blatant, obvious thing. It's still kind of obvious, you know. You're putting counters on the things that could hurt you or the things that you want to die or whatever, and you're making copies of, you know, anything else with a counter on it that's really, really good.
Yeah.
So it lasts until your next turn.
Right.
But it doesn't... But okay, so you can reactivate this again to do a thing. So you
correct,
can...
because that maintains the ability. So
you can, like, give it double strike and swing, and then pay a mana to make it a copy of a thing with an untap symbol, and untap it to do a thing, and then pay a mana to tap it to do this other thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or more logically, pay 1, choose an unblockable thing, swing. After blockers are declared and it's not being blocked, then, you know, give it infect or trample or some relevant combat damage trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, copy a Saboteur creature.
Saboteur, Ophidian, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Granted, all those things have to have counters on them, but, I mean, if you've built your deck around Volrath, then you're doing that, so...
It's not in the right colors, but I'm going to laugh when I've got a Volrath and I attack and I can turn it into a Dragon Mage and just be like, Mwahahaha. I like Wheel of Fate, so...
You're a monster.
So the ability, so when it says it has this ability, it's the
pay 1
for 1.
Yeah. So you can change it into whatever you want, as long as that thing has a counter on it.
Yeah, kind of like Lazav the Multifarious and some other
So like you
things.
said, as long as there's a -1 counter on everything theoretically, just by paying 1, becomes a 7/5.
Well, this becomes whatever that is, except it's a 7/5. You're not actually changing whatever the creature was that you copied.
Right. It just it just becomes a 7/5.
What? No.
The creature you're targeting does not change. This become if Dirk, if you have a Volrath and I have out a that's not obvious.
Just Llanowar Elf. Doesn't matter.
Llanowar Elf. And the Llanowar Elf has a +1/+1 counter on it. And you're like,
It doesn't
sweet.
have a +1/+1.
What?
What?
Has a -1/-1 counter on
No,
it.
no, it doesn't have to be. It can be any kind of counter. Dirk, you have
Okay.
a Volrath. I have a Llanowar Elf with a +1/+1 counter on it. You go, cool. I need another mana, so you pay 1 to. Maybe you need green mana. I don't know. You pay 1. You turn Volrath into the Llanowar Elf, except it's a 7/5 Llanowar Elf. I'm not changing what happens with the Llanowar Elf.
Oh, because it
Volrath,
says with a counter on it.
yes.
Yeah.
And you're not changing whatever you're targeting with this. You're only changing Volrath to become a copy of that creature, except he keeps his stats.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
Okay.
And I'm not making fun of you. There's a lot going on with this card.
Well, that was just the way I was reading it. It becomes a copy of target creature with the counter on it, except it's 7/5 and has this ability. So, in my head, what it was doing is that the thing that he's copying becomes a Volrath.
Oh no, that would be
No,
way
it's the
too
other-
nuts.
And
It's
that was the
other
part
way.
I was going.
So in that situation, you have a bunch of Llanowar elves, and you're like, now they're all 7/5s. So,
Right, and that was the part I'm just going. Like he's transferring his essence to each one as he's sort of moving his way around.
No, he's stealing their shape. He's not
Yeah.
giving it out. He's not like, you get a Volrath, you get a Volrath.
Well, the
He's
thing was,
like,
as you guys were going through the conversations, like he can do this, and then he can do this, and he can do this. I'm going.
Yeah,
So
as-
is he jumping around to
no,
different things?
you're attacking with him, and then you're changing him into different
Yeah,
things.
he's
But-
Shang Tsung.
Okay.
Yes, flawless victory and all that. Mike,
Or Lazav, but whatever.
Mike, there's a question from the chat.
What happens
Okay.
if you clone a creature that Volrath has copied? You just get a copy of the original creature, right?
So you're saying, just make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Volrath is copying, for example, Llanowar Elf. So we have a 7/5 Llanowar Elf. Correct.
And then you clone the 7/5 Llanowar Elf.
Then you have a 7/5 Llanowar Elf.
Man, layers are stupid.
It's because Volrath's copy effect has changed the copyable values of him. Therefore, it goes based off of that.
So does it have the pay 1?
Yeah. Has that too.
What? So then, what happens at the beginning of your turn? Your next turn?
It will stay that.
It will
Like-
stay there.
Because
Okay.
there's no duration on that creature saying that ability is going to
Okay.
turn off.
All right. So then now I have this Llanowar Elf with this ability. It's printed as a 0/0 clone, but it's a 7/5 Llanowar Elf. At the beginning of my turn, it says, okay, I'm still Llanowar Elf. Now, next turn, I go ahead and copy something else. It doesn't even matter what. I copy an acidic slime because what? Death Touch.
Yep.
When it comes around again, at the beginning of the turn, it still reverts then to the Llanowar Elf.
It would revert back to clone.
It revert back to clone and then die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I was like, how does it remember?
Yeah, I was like,
So-
something here doesn't... This thing's dying at some point, damn it.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Unless it has a counter on it or something. So,
Yeah.
wow. There are other cards here, right? Because
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
interesting, but
So those are the 3 commanders
yeah.
that are in the
Mhm.
deck. Let's see. What are the other cards? We got Kadena Silencer.
There's another
There's
cool
a
legendary there.
creature.
What's that?
Okay.
Grismold the
Grismold.
Dreadsower.
What color is that? Oh, there it is.
Golgari. Yeah.
Okay, Grismold the Dread Sower. For 1, a green and a black, is a 3/3 Troll Shaman with Trample. At the beginning of your end step, each player creates a 1/1 green plant creature token. And whenever a creature token dies, very important, you put a +1/+1 counter on Grismold the Dread Sower.
I like this guy a lot.
It's a troll without regenerate.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you play your
I
card,
say he's
I plan on making this guy into like a Voltron commander and just play like Plague Engineer or Engineered Plague and stuff like that. So like all these plant tokens just enter and die immediately.
It's interesting if you play these 4 decks together against each other because there's another deck that's a populate deck. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
interesting.
Well, I just remember Corey's salad theater deck,
Mm-hmm.
and this
Yes.
would be a fun one.
Yeah, someone in the
He-
Discord
he would
server
go
was like, it should make
beautifully in that
saplings.
deck.
And I'm like, no, it should not.
I say I'm gonna do this and do a fog, and then this thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually it just becomes too big to handle.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
As built-in trample.
Yeah.
Just slap some protection on him and he'll get pretty big pretty quick.
Yup. Nice.
What else we got?
I don't know.
Let's
Let's
look
see.
at that
We
deck
got
close.
Kadina's Silencer. I don't know what color any of these things are. Control F.
I
here
think
we
that's
go.
the blue Megamorph thing that can counter a spell.
It is. It's in fact the blue Megamorph thing that Wait, when it's turned face up, counter all abilities your opponents control.
Oh, there you go.
Who?
Mm-mm. That's a spicy one.
So it has Megamorph. So it comes in as a 2/2 with a +1/+1 counter on it. No, it comes in with a 2/2, and then when you flip it, you put the +1/+1 counter on it. Excuse me.
Right, because you would have the opponent would have no idea what's a morph and what's a megamorph until you flip it up.
Right.
So
Yeah, so it's a 2/1 for 2, but no one's ever gonna do that. So it's a 3/2 for Megamorph, 1 and a blue.
I think I read in his article on Monday, Mark Rosewater said they were toying around with making an additional morph ability that allowed you to play a face down as a 3/3 for 4, but they decided against it, and I'm kind of like, thank you, because that would just get so good.
That would be stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind them trying out new ideas, but
Like if you're gonna have face downs, just have them all be 2/2s.
exactly.
All of them.
Everybody knows what a face down creature is. That's how it works. So, all right.
All right, so that's cool. Sudden Substitution, which is right below it. Oh god, it's got Split Second.
Yep. For 2 and 2 blue, an instant with Split Second, which I think the only cards with Split Second would be instant or something with Flash. Exchange control of target non-creature spell and target creature. Then the spell's controller may choose new copies for it. So,
New targets for it.
what did I say?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So a split second essentially means while this spell on the is on the stack, no one else can cast spells or use abilities except for mana abilities. So you can't counter this.
Well, you can.
Okay,
Can.
Judge Face, you can't counter this under normal circumstances.
You can counter this with a mana ability that somehow has the ability to counter this.
No, you could flip over a Void Mage Apprentice and counter it.
That's true.
Or the Stratus Dancer.
Flipping up creatures that are face down does not technically use the stack.
Yep. And triggers will still go on the stack.
Correct.
So there are
Yes.
ways around split second players. Be aware of that.
But not with ordinary counter spells. And no, one counter spell with split second can't counter another counter spell with split second. Just gonna go ahead and throw that.
So
what
as to
does
what this card actually
does? That's what I was getting toward.
is
You're like,
It's like Perplexing Chimera as a spell.
here, you have this Llanowar elf. I get your fireball.
And I'm going to redirect it at you.
Yeah.
I get my Llanowar Elf back
Yeah,
now that you're dead.
when someone casts a big crazy spell, then you sudden substitution and you're like, hey, thanks for the big crazy spell. I would like you to have this stupid thing on my board.
Yeah. You've been wanting this stupid thing. I've seen you eyeing it.
You've been eyeing my stupid thing.
Well,
Or,
now for one easy payment, it's yours.
contrary-wise, you can cast some sort of spell that, either doesn't target something just so it can't backfire on you, or something, and you go, oh, in response to my spell, sudden substitution, you can have this spell. I will take your like Eldrazi Titan, as was said in chat.
I'm gonna be like untap, draw, and I'm gonna look at my hand. I'm gonna be like, this is gonna be so dumb. I'm gonna cast fog, and everybody's gonna be like, why? It's your main phase. I'm gonna be like, yeah, and in response, hey Mike, you can have a fog. I'll take your Scion of the Ur Dragon.
For maximum jank here, you cast a Chance for Glory.
Oh,
And give them control of it.
oh, good lord. Or any kind of Final Fortune effect.
Yes.
That's just dirty.
Good lord.
Hey, Mike, you like taking extra combat steps, don't you? Yes? Yes, I do. Well, good. Here's the last one you'll ever need.
Hope you kill me.
During my turn. Wait.
What is
What?
wrong with you people?
I don't know. It's this. You invited him. What's next? Well, let's let Mike read a card. What's the next card?
Thought Sponge, right next to it.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet. I like Thought Sponge. It's kind of cool. It is... Okay, for a blue and 3 mana, you get a 1/1 sponge with flash.
Bargain.
When it enters the battlefield, though, it comes in with a number of +1/+1 counters on equal to the greatest number of cards an opponent has drawn this turn. Then when he dies, you draw cards equal to his power.
Huh. This is really an interesting way to punish the opponent that goes like, I'm just gonna, draw a million cards, and you're like, great, I have a million.
Hey, Lucas God player, flash this in.
That's
cool.
Yeah. Too bad it doesn't have trample.
No, but you can fling it.
You can.
And
Damn
then
it,
you
that's
draw.
fun.
And draw that many cards.
And then draw.
It's like, look, I'm
What
gonna
do you-
need you to take 8 while I draw 8 cards. All right, I'm sorry.
But
I'm actually not sorry.
But here's the thing: is that like they really can only blame themselves because they wouldn't be taking 8 if they hadn't drawn 8 cards,
Right?
So. Also, to be fair, you can use your own effects to put, increase its power. So,
Yeah.
oh,
Reminds me
you
of, what is that, Chasm Skulker or something like that? Reminds me
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah. All right, moving on. How about Gift of Doom? This seems like a
This
cheery
card's
card.
spicy. It's a spicy card. I like it.
For 4 and a black, it's an aura, an enchant creature aura. The enchanted creature has Death Touch and Indestructible. Or you could play it as a morph creature,
Dun dun dun.
and it you morph it by sacrificing another creature. And when it's turned face up, you may attach it to a creature. So you sack something to make something else indestructible with Death Touch.
Yeah. I liked in Future Sight the morph creatures that turned out to not be creatures because it was a little like, wow, that just feels like such an interesting design space. So seeing this here and being able to flip it up with no mana cost as long as you have something else to sacrifice feels pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is just brilliant in response to like a damnation or other board wipe because
Yeah.
you get to keep the guy you enchant.
Yeah. Take that.
I like it. Hey, Dirk.
Yep.
I think you need to read the Thieving Amalgam.
Oh, God.
I just read its creature type for the first time.
That is the
Yeah.
best part.
Yes, yes, it is.
So, Thieving Amalgam for 5 and 2 black, so grand total of 7. It's a 6/7 ape snake
Ape Snake!
Hey, snake.
that looks like it's throwing like a Hadouken or something.
Oh, that's the Manifest creature.
Yeah.
That's what they
Oh.
look like from
That's what,
Tarkir.
yeah. Yep.
So it says, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you manifest the top card of that player's library. Okay. Whenever a creature you control, but
But don't.
don't own dies, its owner loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. When a creature you control but don't own
Correct.
There we go.
dies.
The example is you steal someone else's creature, and then that creature dies. You controlled it, but you don't own it.
Right.
Or like the free manifest creatures you're getting off of everybody's library.
Yeah, but I figured that the stealing part would actually be something he's more familiar with. But it's kind of weird that you are manifesting cards from everybody else's libraries. This has a very shared fate, but just for me kind of feel, which means
So reverse Whisperwood?
I think I like it. I'm a big fan of manifest just in general because again, it's like morph except it could be anything. So
It does feel bad though if you're like, man, I really needed that spell, but now it's just stuck as a 2/2. That's like the only downside I see.
But I mean, it wasn't your spell to begin with, so
yeah, you're only manifesting cards off opponents' libraries.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like if you're manifesting off your own,
you can't.
Not with this card. Not with this card. Yes.
Oh, he means in general.
You're just talking about in general. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here we were. Okay. Yes, sometimes that happens. Although. Okay. No. Nothing.
Yeah, you can't turn and face up to cast the spell.
Correct. For a second, I was thinking about how the new Ugin from War of the Spark worked, where that's you essentially kind of sort of get a manifest creature, except it works differently. But when the creature dies, you actually get the spell. So I was confusing it with manifest. So, radio next.
So, Ape Snake.
Ape Snake. You see, when a monkey and a serpent.
No, do not finish that.
Like,
oh my God, the Apex Dirk. To make up for how weird that was, read the Apex Altasar in green. Because this is the dirkiest card that ever dirked a card.
It dirks really hard.
Apex Altasar. So for 7 and 2 green, so grand total of 9, it's a 10/10 dinosaur. When Apex Altasar enters the battlefield, it fights up to one target creature you don't control. In Rage, whenever Apex Altasar is dealt damage, it fights up to one target creature it doesn't control. You don't control.
Bam. Bam.
So you play it, and it fights that thing over there that was looking at you. Which means it took damage. Which means it can fight again. And again until you decide to stop or it dies.
Now you cannot choose whether or not to fight the first time.
Yeah, you can. It says up to one.
Oh, it does. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. Okay, so right from the beginning, if you're just like, I just want a 10/10 and everything has death touch, I have a 10/10 now, that's fine. Or when it's got, like, it's fought, like, 3 things that has 9 damage on it, you're like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
in the just Discord, like, I want to keep dealing 10 to everything.
In the Discord server, people were talking about, and you can stop it at any time. I'm like, no, you can't. Oh, up to 1. Oh. Nice.
Just give it indestructible. Let it punch everything.
Mm-hmm. The Discord server also figured out quickly it doesn't work with Vigor because Vigor prevents the damage. So don't do that. I mean, you can still do that. It just won't be the infinite fighter. It'll just, you
can play with Temple Altasor and it just takes 1.
There was a... Hold on. No, okay. I'm trying to remember what the name of this green enchantment is. There's a green enchantment from, I want to say, Fifth Dawn, where whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, it gets a +1/+1 counter. I see it in my head.
I see it too.
I thought it was survival of something, and that comes up with things that are not this. So maybe Discord can tell me what it is, but if not, look, I punch it. You lose a guy, my guy gets bigger. It's still upset. It wants to punch something else. It gets bigger. All the things. Punching all the things forever. Yeah, Dirk, what do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
If there's just some way to bounce it.
Why do you need to bounce it?
When it enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1.
Yeah. Yeah,
but the thing is, the enrage requires someone to deal damage to it.
Yeah.
The fighting itself deals the damage to it.
Yeah. And then if you're worried about...
after it enters the battlefield, unless you're blocking with it, if someone says, well, I'm not going to do anything, then in that case, it's not going to.
If you're attacking with it and no one is blocking, then
You're
you're
hitting
dealing
them for 10.
Well, but I might want to get rid of their creatures.
Oh my god.
Then find a
Well-
way to deal damage to your own creature. Be like lightning bolts.
There is
You're in
just no
green.
pleasing Dirk.
You're in green. You're probably playing a Teamer Sabertooth. There you go. You can bounce it in your hand for 2.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, I'm
You
thinking
gotta-
of the Apex Ultrasaur in combination with. Going. Give me a second. Thragtusk.
Good old Thragtusk.
Mm-hmm.
What is?
I'm
wait,
like,
what's
having to
Thragtusk
just get
have
it to bounce.
Oh my god. Okay, let's keep going.
Yes.
Hey Brian, how about Road of Return?
Road of Return. Is that in green?
Yes. It's right
All
below.
right, scroll. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Road of Return. For 2 green, it's a sorcery. Choose one. Maybe. We'll get to that in a second, but choose one. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, or put your commander into your hand. Into your hand from the command zone. And it has an entwine cost of 2 generic, so if you pay the entwine cost when you cast the spell, you get both effects. So lots of putting stuff into your hand. Why would you want to put your commander into your hand? Why does it matter? Well, if it's already died and you want to just cast it for cheaper, that's one way to do it. Another way is if you have some effect where you, for some reason, you wanted to reveal a card from your hand. Oh, look, I have this card in my hand. So, interesting. I see it being used more for the first one, just to be like, I get this thing back. But there are cases where you want to do the second one. So, okay, yeah. Kind of neat.
Yeah, I can recall at least one game where if Dirk hadn't had to pay the commander tax for like the 80th time, he probably would have won that game.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Because I couldn't get any creatures, but I kept drawing lands. And so I was like, I can keep casting my commander because I just could not get land. I just couldn't get creatures. I just kept drawing lands. I had a land clump like nobody's business.
All right, next, Pendant of Prosperity. Okay, that's got to be an
spicy one.
artifact, right?
Yeah, that's the spicy one.
What's it do then?
Let me find it.
Aha!
There it is.
Lots of text.
You want me to take it?
Yeah, go
Sure.
for it.
Sure, go right ahead.
You're the
All right,
judge.
It's an artifact for 3 colorless mana. When it enters the battlefield, or it enters the battlefield under the control of an opponent of your choice. Then whoever controls it can pay 2, tap to draw a card and put a land card from their hand onto the battlefield. And the Pendant of Prosperity's owner draws a card and puts a land from their hand on the battlefield.
Very politicky. And you know what? You pay the 3 for the original pendant, but then whoever you give it to, they have to take the time and put the mana into activating it later, and you get that effect for free.
Alternatively,
And it doesn't sacrifice itself.
if you can somehow get control of it back,
Then
then
you
that
get to
is
do it
nuts.
twice.
So,
you get to do it twice.
that's true.
I was giving it to Mike.
Yeah, that's what I was
Mike-
thinking. You
Mike
give it to
puts
Mike,
it-
and you will always be drawing cards and putting lands from onto the battlefield.
Who do
Yeah.
you target for trade secrets?
Mike.
Mike.
Because that boy will be
yeah.
like, yeah, I'll draw again. Yeah, I'll draw again. Yeah, let's do it again.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
hell
the
yeah,
point,
doing it again.
I'm good. If you want to keep drawing, Mike, you go ahead. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like, I've only got 3 cards left in my library, Mike. You can have it. He's like, I'll go again. You want to go again? I'm going to go again. I'm like, Jesus.
I like stuff like this because it gives you the chance to be like, hey, let's be buddies.
Please don't kill me.
You got a good thing going on. If you kill me, panic goes away.
All right, next up, Scroll of Fate. This one's easy. 3 mana artifact. Tap, manifest a card from your hand. Ding.
I like it.
Yeah, easy peasy. I like it.
Our stories define our reality. Very matrixy.
Then we have what is this? Leadership vacuum.
Oh, that's a blue card.
Why is that? Okay. Thank you. Alphabetical order, not really.
A leadership vacuum for 2 and a blue,
There you go.
instant. Maybe they're in rarity order.
Yeah, they must be because this
Uncommon?
one's uncommon.
Target player returns each commander they control from the battlefield to the command zone. Draw a card.
And
Remember,
for
I think
some reason, this card made people on the internet lose their minds.
Why? I mean, it's interesting, but I mean, some people play with really expensive commanders, so it might set them back. But
Well, also it's mainly for the like Voltron. Look at who's in the art. Do you recognize that guy?
oh, it's the Mistwalker guy,
Yeah, what's his freaking name? Earl?
Earl
the
the Mistwalker. I didn't notice that until you said it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Voltron Commander. Earl was like the original Voltron Commander.
Right?
Yeah.
It also affects partner commanders too.
Yeah, because it
Also
says
true.
each commander. But I don't know why. Like, I honestly could not figure out why people were upset about leadership vacuum because it's a
bounce spell.
it's very blue and it's an answer to something that blue has trouble answering. But
yeah, and he's fine.
But it hurts my Voltron strategy. I am angry.
oh, that's probably it.
No,
They're so used to
a
getting-
different strategy,
Getting their Voltron commander out and
Winning, yeah.
winning.
I have
'cause-
to do something else now.
Yeah,
I have to kill the blue player first.
which I mean, I guess in commander that's not as important. Like it's the green commander you kill in. It's the green player you kill in commander first, right?
Usually, yeah, because if you leave them alone, they're gonna win.
They're gonna win.
Although in our play group, it's usually whoever stumbles at the beginning and we take pity on them. They're the one that's gonna win almost every time. You know it's true.
Or Mike.
Or Mike.
Oh, if Mike's stumbling at the beginning, we're all gonna lose. So
Also, I love the flavor text on this. While they scramble to fill the sudden vacancy at the top, we strike. Cedrus, the Traitor King. Ah,
and see now, I have got to get a copy of this to put in my Cedrus deck because, duh. Okay, what's next? We got a ways to go.
Mire in Misery.
That sounds like a black card.
It is
It
a
is a black card.
I
All right,
scrolled
what's it do?
Oh, it's not here. It wasn't revealed till today, I don't think.
It's the target player sacrifices a creature or enchantment.
Target
For a black
opponent.
one.
Each opponent.
Oh, each opponent.
Each opponent sacrifices a creature
Ooh.
or enchantment for 1 and a black. And it's uncommon, so I think it's in all of these decks that have black.
Interesting that black doesn't usually get to destroy enchantments, and this is kind of a backdoor way to do it.
Sorta,
yeah. And even then, it's still sacrifice. So if they have more than one, they still get to pick.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I like it.
Yeah, it
Makes
gives
me go,
black a way to deal with enchantments, maybe.
Some of the time.
Yeah, which I'm okay with. It breaks the color pot. Yeah, well, not exactly. I guess if you destroy all their other creatures and hope that's the only enchantment they have, then congratulations, they have to sacrifice it, but I think it's fine. I don't see a problem. But then I often don't see a problem with things the internet has a problem with. So, all right.
The
Then we
internet's full
have
of sticks in the mud.
Voice of Many, which I saw earlier. That's a green card.
Yep.
Oh god,
It
this is a dirt
is.
card if there ever was one.
As usual. So for 2 and 2 green, so grand total of 4, it's a 3/3 elf druid. When Voice of Many enters the battlefield, draw a card for each opponent who controls fewer creatures than you.
So it's green, it's an elf, and it says draw cards. Dirk is like, huh?
My dark
What?
senses are tingling.
This will go in my elf ball deck. This is fine.
Will they have fewer creatures than you in an elf ball deck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just checking. I like
I
this
mean-
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. He's also a bit of a catch-up if you're falling behind or like rebuilding slowly after a board wipe or something. I like it.
Yes.
And then finally, the last card in this deck is the Scare Tiller.
That's an artifact. I saw that one earlier.
Yeah, it's common, so it's in all of the decks.
It's the weird scarecrow dude.
It is. So it's a 1/4 Scarecrow for 4. Whenever it becomes tapped, choose one. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, or return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I am all over this card.
Seems like a pretty quality card, and I'm glad it's in every deck.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Just in general. Like, it's a floor wax, it's a dessert topping.
I
We
hear.
good? I think we're good.
I hear you can use it with land.
That's what I hear, yeah. Lands that sacrifice to do things, or lands that are in your hand and haven't done things yet.
I like both of those options.
All right. So, given how long we've been going already, maybe let's not
Do
spend
every
a
card.
long time looking at the rest of the deck. Let's just go over to the other one.
Yay, new card.
We might have to
let's-
do this in 2 parts, actually. Should we just
Or-
go ahead and say we're doing this in 2 parts?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's a good idea.
Okay, well, in that
So-
case, let's spend some time on just glancing at the deck.
Okay.
So we've got Death Miss Raptor. Okay, that makes sense. Hooded Hydra, yeah. Crab.
Ixodron.
Ah, Ixodron! Holy crap. Hey, buddy. Wow, Ixodron.
Got some new art too.
Sad we can't see that here. Hang on, let's go see it in the card image gallery.
Go look at it on Scrapple.
I mean, it's in the card image gallery. There it is. Look at this. Isn't that horrific? I don't know how I feel about this new Ixodron art.
I don't know. I think I found the first one a little more disturbing. Some of the play of the light and the shadow.
I mean, this one is just big and stompy, but this one is... It's a morph
Like something that
spider.
breaks the mud.
Yeah, it's a morph spider dude.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You're gonna dream about that tonight.
I might actually, and I'm not in the happy fun way. At least I hope it's not the happy fun way.
Should I text you an enlarged picture of this for you to wake up for in the middle of the night?
I mean,
Your
maybe.
phone will just ding and you'll be like, "What's this?"
You take his phone and then swap out some of the contact pictures with that. That way, whenever he gets a call, he just looks down. Ixodron's calling.
I don't use contact pictures.
Neither do I.
Let's see. We got the Spell Snatcher, the Stratus Dancer, Thousand Winds. These are all morph creatures. Oh god, Shapeshifter.
Yep, the Vesuvian shapeshifter.
Yep.
Bane of the Living, Grim Haruspex. Wow, there's just a lot of...
Have you seen the new Bane of the Living art?
It's pretty sweet, and I
It is way sweet.
What?
Bane of the Living was like one of my first rares when I started playing. I'm like, I feel like this is pretty good.
Oh,
And I started playing with it. I'm like, this is not pretty good. This is amazing.
look at him. He's so
So.
cute.
Yeah, his art is much. I think it's much better.
He's like, I'm a big bug thing with faces on me.
Yeah, I think part of me will always be partial to the original, but good card is good card.
Let's see, what else? The Silumgar Assassin, Den Protector. Wow, do they all... Oh, Seedborn Muse. I was like, do they all have morph of some sort? Nope, Seedborn Muse. Okay. Felonite Hermit.
Hey, look, a
Jolt Load.
Seedborn Muse.
Secure Tribe Elder is the thing that does not fit.
But it's Secure Tribe Elder. It goes in every green deck.
Yeah.
So,
Will
He got some new art too.
Hey, Skin
Isn't he?
Dinner.
Yeah.
Dude, STE got new art?
Steve got new art.
Hang on. Scrolling. Where the hell is he?
in the essence.
What's it? Sakura. There we go. Oh, look, he's a snake man! More so than he was before.
There were
He's a
no
snake.
tombstones in Orochi territory. Slain warriors were buried with a tree sapling so that they would become a part of the forest after death. I like it.
Nice.
Oh man, they reprinted Hex. Oh boy.
Hell yeah, destroy 6 target creatures. Overwhelming Stampede, Tezzeret's Gambit. Okay. Yeah.
Trail of Mystery.
Ooh, Urban, Urban Evolution. Okay.
Yep.
What about Instance? Biomass Mutation. Yep. Echoing Truth. Whoa.
Yay, Echo Spells. Taking me back old school.
Ooh, Reality Shift. That's a neat touch. Putrefy.
Fun judge note with the Echoing Truth. If you target a morph, it does not bounce all the morphs.
Nope,
Because they
don't
have
share a
no name.
They have no name to share.
Yeah. Very good. Let's see, what else? Strionic Resonator. Okay, that's funny with all of these morph creatures. Soul Ring, of course, and Thran Dynamo. Tap, play, target morph creature. I like it. Oh, Trail of Mystery makes sense. Bounty of the Luxa is cute.
Secret Plans.
Secret
Flip all
Plans
them-
is a nice touch.
Flip all them face down cards. Draw some cards.
I like it.
I mean, it seems like a good morph deck. If you want to try out morph.
Plus, with all of these morph creatures, your opponent will just never know.
Yeah.
You'll
Never.
probably never know. You'll probably forget. You're like, you have to spend like 2 minutes going, which one was I looking for again? Where is he?
Hang on. Where is it? No. Hang on. Wait. Hang on.
No, not that one. It's this one.
Here it is. Okay.
Weird, guys. It's right here.
Okay, so in response.
I mean,
and then you
wait.
flip up the wrong one and you no, not that one. Don't look at that one.
That's not the one I meant to attack with. Back it up.
Oh, God. How many times did we do that back when Morph was new in Onslaught? You look down and you like attack with a bunch of things and then someone blocks and you're like, all right. And you look at the one you didn't attack with and you go, crap.
No, my favorite was watching Chewie look at all of them, slide them around, look at them all over again.
Sorry.
And then after he starts doing his tacking and going, and then looking at him all over, looking at him just one more time to make sure he didn't screw this up. I'm just going, oh my gosh.
I'm really bad at this. Okay, so let's do the second deck.
Right.
And I guess next week, partially because we started so late and partially because we started so late and there's so many cards to go through. So next week we'll do Primal Genesis and Merciless Rage with another guest host.
Yeah.
Because we were planning on doing this 2 weeks anyway.
I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but
This works.
yeah. I should have known we wouldn't be able to get through this many this quick.
Yep. I will say I am surprised that they added in a Planeswalker to each of the decks.
Oh yeah, who's the Vraska the Unseen is the Planeswalker in this one. Which is really strange choice.
Well, I mean, they're not going to give you a stupid powerful Planeswalker. Like, a Planeswalker that's equal to half the cost of the deck. But, I mean, they're all value Planeswalkers. They're going to do something for you.
Yeah. Ooh, chat asks, what happens when you ninjutsu a morph? You get the card back? Yeah, you put it back in your hand, but you have to reveal it.
Yep.
When you put it back in your hand. Don't forget that part. That's important.
Yep. You're like, see, this was a creature all along. I could cast this for Morph.
Yeah, like who was it?
Kai Bud.
Was it Kai Buddha? Okay, who didn't reveal a morph at the end of a game and ended up taking a game loss for it?
He revealed it. It was in a different language than his primary language. He was playing at a tournament in another country, and it was art that was awfully similar.
Oh, this was the
another
clerics,
card.
right?
Yeah,
The clerics
It was
from like later Onslaught block.
yeah, and he really thought, because it was a card he had copies of in his deck, that it was this card with more, and the game was over. He had won, and he flipped it up, and it was not the right creature, and the opponent caught it, and he got a game loss. I think they've changed the way that works. I think.
I'm pretty sure that's still in the actual rulebook. You still have to reveal, and there are game losses attached to that.
Yeah.
And I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was
granted, I've never had to do that, so.
I think it was a different cleric creature, because the clerics in later Onslaught block all look the same.
Right. It
And
was
a different
not
creature, but it didn't have morph.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're correct.
I think it was
did
a
not have
limited
morph.
tournament.
It was a limited tournament, and the art was very similar to one that had morph, but it did not have morph at all. So that was the problem.
Exactly.
You couldn't
Yeah.
play it face down.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Then.
Anything else about this deck, or shall we move on to the next one?
No, I think we're good. Let's go to Mystic Intellect.
All right.
Well,
and
one quick thing. Manifest means you can put it down whether it's a land card or anything, right?
correct.
Yeah, Manifest doesn't care what it is. If it says something says like Reality Shift says its controller manifests the top card of his or her library. It doesn't matter what the card is. It's just now it's a 2/2.
Okay.
And
But if
it
it's a creature,
happens-
you can flip it up for its mana cost.
Right.
Otherwise,
morph
you
cost.
can't.
It just stays as 2/2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or as Mike was saying, if you happen to manifest a card with morph, you can also turn it up for its morph cost. But
Correct.
yeah. Right. So,
Oh wow!
next,
Wait a minute. Does that mean if you manifest a creature with morph, you can turn it up for either its mana cost or its morph cost?
Yep.
That's weird.
Or if it has Megamorph.
but
That's
it will only
weird.
get the counter if you flip it up for its megamorph cost.
Correct.
Yes.
Ah. All right.
Okay then.
So the suggested commander, I guess the one they expect you to play in the next one, that
The
is
face commander?
the face commander is Savine. Is that correct?
Yeah, Savine the
Yes.
Chronoclasm.
Savine the Chronoclasm. For 2 and a Jeskai, a blue, a red, and a white. This is a legendary human wizard, a 2/2. Yes. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to Savine the Chronoclasm. Combat damage, lightning bolt damage, whatever. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard each turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. You should play this with Flashback. Just, it's kind of what you should do.
It's an idea.
Or you should play it with Yawgmoth's Will, which makes you a terrible person. And it's in black, so...
I guess you're playing it in Brea?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Hey.
I don't know.
I mean, this is another commander where you kind of get what you're doing here. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the flashback deck, so this is the flashback commander.
it's neat that it's hard to kill.
It feels nice that it's just kind of like a little bit of value. It doesn't seem like it's too busted.
Too crazy. Yeah.
But then again, it might be kind of the Jeskai version of Cass at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Wait,
Like
which
you're a little
one's
bit more.
Cass?
Cass Dissonant Mage was one of the secondary commanders from the Wizards deck, where you can cast like any spell out of your
It was
any
the,
instant sorcery out of your graveyard.
it was the one that was just reprinted in Modern Horizons, and it was kind of a big deal because it was not
right.
available except for the Commander product before.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
But I think she allows you to cast like one spell out of your graveyard for each turn. So I know for Commander, it made for like Storm decks.
Yeah.
So I mean, there might be some sort of Jeskai Storm potential here, maybe. I don't know.
all right. Who are the secondary commanders?
Next up, Elsha of the Infinite.
So Elsha of the Infinite for 2, a blue, red, white, is a 3/3 Jin monk with prowess. And as a reminder, prowess is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets a +1/+1 until end of turn. So, in addition, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. And you may cast the top card of your library if it's a non-creature, non-land card, and you may cast it as though it had flash.
Whew.
This does a lot, and this to me feels again like it's a lot more open than the last one, because the last one is you should play spells from your graveyard. This one says you can cast any non-creature spells, and you can cast them from the top of your library. So it's kind of neat.
Yeah, like this one is the opposite of crap. What was her name?
Savine?
Savine. Thank you. In that Savine is extremely narrow. Elsha is super open. Like just
Yeah.
you play it in a Jeskai deck.
Yeah. Play with things that aren't creatures. And
Yeah.
you're good. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the two of them complement each other really well. Because if you look at that card and it's a non-creature, non-land spell, and it's the first spell you potentially cast, it's gonna get
But
copied.
Savine only cares if it's played from the graveyard.
Well, you can play it off the library and then play it off out of the graveyard.
If it has flashback, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neither of them give flashback. So.
I mean, which is fine. There's some cards in the deck that give flashback.
Yeah, in the deck it's fine. Yeah.
But I think Elsha, like, both are decent spellslinger commanders. They just function. They just take a look at different zones where you want to get your extra resources from. I just find it weird that, like, now that Wizards has, like, started playing more with Future Sight and Experimental Frenzy, now all of a sudden they're printing a bunch of cards that let you just play spells off the top of your deck.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a new design space that they're exploring, and I'm just noticing that there's a trend of cards now that do this.
Yeah, there was one a long time ago. And then someone went, "Hey, you guys remember that card?
Let's make it for different colors."
Yeah.
So, actually, no, they did it in green first. They did it for
oh crap.
Vizier of the Menagerie.
Is that the name? I can't remember.
Pretty sure it is.
Oh well. All right, next up we have a legendary wall. Yes?
Yes.
A legendary wall.
This is actually really interesting if you like politicking. Pramicon Sky Rampart. This has got interesting art too. For a blue, a red, and a white, it's a 3 cost. It's a legendary wall, and it's a 1/5.
Yes.
So you can get there with commander damage. It has flying and defender. As it enters the battlefield, choose left or right. Why do you choose that? I'm glad you asked. Each player may attack only the nearest opponent in the chosen direction and planeswalkers controlled by that opponent. This feels a little bit like Emperor, and I like that. It's kind of cool. Obviously, in a duel, this matters not because,
Now
you're both to the left and to the right of your opponent.
Correct.
That brings up another point. If there's another card that says choose left or right that does something similar, and if you choose left for one and right for the other, it completely negates attacking until one of those things that causes the left or right is dealt with, or until it's down to just 2 of you. Because if there's just 2 of you, as Mike just said, they're to the left and to the right, so you can attack.
Yeah. But this just seems interesting for the politicking a bit. And the fact that if you make the wrong choice, just find a way to get rid of this and then replay it and say the other choice.
I don't know. I feel like if you're just sitting at the table, somebody else is playing Pramicon, and you're sitting next to the Voltron commander, you're like, I'm going to die now. Like, I feel like you're like, please pick the other direction. Please pick the other direction so I don't die first.
It's a very strange card.
Yeah, I like it.
Of course,
that shouldn't surprise you at all.
Yeah, not.
And it also And, it also gives the option if you like to play a deck that maybe doesn't get going right away. If nothing else, it can be used to maybe buy you a little bit of time. And by the time they're like, all right, time to get rid of that, you're like, okay, I'm set up now. So,
Pillow for it a little bit if you need to.
yep.
Nice.
Right.
It also makes it easier that one of the difficulties with Commander is with more opponents, you have to worry about more things coming at you. This basically says, hey, I only have to neutralize the creature threats coming from one person. That can be fairly significant.
Yeah.
If I am sitting across the table from Chewie and I've got a person on either side of between us, and Chewie plays a Progenitus, I'm fine with him having that Progenitus, at least for a while. I don't have to be like, because he's going to hit somebody else with it.
And then you're next.
Yeah, well, but then I'll have some way to deal with it. Or I'll die, in which case it didn't matter.
But he didn't die first. Ha!
But I feel like that may actually open up people attacking more, because, sometimes you're like, I'm afraid to attack one guy over there because the other two players may punch me back.
That is true. Yeah, it does keep everybody slightly safer.
Yes. So
Like I said.
as a result, you may actually see more aggression. And I gotta say,
I'm fine
I
with
feel
that.
like sometimes in Commander, it feels like everybody's like building up and nobody wants to pull the pin. I love Commander, but I've told these guys constantly, at some point you got to win so you can play another game and try out another Commander. So things that encourage you to attack, I'm in favor of.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have somebody dying on like turn 4, I'm in favor of it.
As long as everybody can actually play a game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody has a chance to play the game, but the game ends. There's some games where you're like, oh, we had this epic 5-hour game, but sometimes you're like, oh my god, that game was 5 hours. So,
All right. Next,
yes,
we have Gerard.
we do have Gerard.
Gerard, Weatherlight Hero.
Remember the original Gerard card?
God, that card was awful.
You face, basically like Jace before there was Jace, the face of the game, and the whole Weatherlight saga, and they made a card, and it was
Lame.
So they decided to do better. Did they succeed?
I don't know. Let's find out. Gerard, Weatherlight Hero. For 2, a red and a white. Yes, Boros. Well, he is a soldier after all. He's a human soldier, in fact. And he's a 3/3 with first strike. So, when Gerard, Weatherlight Hero dies, exile it and return to the battlefield all artifact and creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. It's better than the original. It's kind of a one-trick pony, though.
Yeah.
It is.
So wait,
I don't know.
can you
If
exile?
he's your commander, though.
Yeah, so you can, when he dies, so he goes to the graveyard.
Then you exile him.
Then you
which
exile him.
Which you can then replace to put him into the command zone.
Right, okay.
But you can't do it with this deck.
Well, I mean...
Oh, yeah. I'm
he's
saying
in this deck, but he's not the commander for this deck.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying as a
But yeah,
potential...
you could make him the commander for a separate deck, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Which I would definitely do. I would just fill it with as many Wrath of Gods as possible. Feels good.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I'm a red-white... I used to play red-white prison in Modern, so I feel like I would just do the same thing here. Just make it a little bit prison-y. Like, all right, we're going to Wrath the board. Cool, I have a board again.
Gerard's final act ensured his legacy would never die. Get it? His legacy?
Yep.
Legacy weapon.
It's the whole storyline for like 5 years.
Yep.
I will say though, what you could do is put a Gift of Immortality on Gerard,
Oh, now you're just being mean.
and you could return him back to the battlefield before he would have to exile himself, and you still get the rest of the effect.
How does that work? Oh, because you're replacing, you're choosing to put them both on the stack and resolve them in the proper order.
Yep.
Nice.
And his ability doesn't have that clause of, if you do exile him, then do this.
Yeah.
Those are some key missing words.
Yeah, there are a lot of things this card doesn't say.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Nice. So yeah,
Print it.
I think they did better.
Oh yeah. The art on the card is really good too.
Oh my god, it's glorious.
Because you have all the different Weatherlight crew in the background.
Oh, so nice. All right, so that's wrong button. So that's all of the legendary cards, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So let's knock out some of these others. Mandate of Peace is in one.
Oh, that card's great.
What's it do?
All right, let me actually scroll it to it so I can actually read it and don't just try to remember what it does.
Yeah, you're like O for X on remembering what they do.
I'm O for X.
Yeah, however many times you tried it, you've been like just off. Like that's the one that does the thing, and I'm like, well, it does more than that.
I'm at least closer than you would ever be.
That is true, because I don't know any of these cards by name.
All right, Mandate of Peace. For a white and 1, it's an instant. You can only cast a spell during combat. Your opponents can't cast spells this turn, and then you end the combat phase.
Wait, what?
Yep. So when your opponent decides to go all in, and be like, I'm gonna swing everything at you, you're like, no. Hold that thought.
Wow.
Combat's over. We're done.
So the reminder text on end the combat phase is remove all attackers and blockers from combat. That one seems self-explanatory. Exile all spells and abilities from the stack, including this spell.
Yep.
Wait.
Yep.
Why? How does that work? By the time you end the combat phase, isn't this no longer on the stack?
No. See, you perform all the actions on the spell, and then you put it in the graveyard.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at any of the other in the turn spells, they say the same thing. So
And look at the order that this is written in too. So just to be completely safe.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate fog.
You two, go to your rooms.
It's sort of like that time that Devin swung at me with everything, and then I fogged.
Except it's way worse.
Because you can't then play spells after combat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many times are you like, well, let me go ahead and attack, and then after combat, well, that didn't go the way I expected, but I'm going to play these things. Now they're like, well, that didn't go the way I expected. Guess I'm not going to play any of these things. Go.
Pretty much. They just kind of sit there like, well, you might as well just have ended my turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2 mana, so that can go on a scepter.
They can't.
You still have to obey that restriction that they can only cast it during combat.
Oh,
But...
like, yeah. Yes, let me just cast this during your main phase to end the combat phase.
It's not the silence lock.
This makes my head hurt.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
How about Savine's Reclamation?
How about it?
Yeah, how about it?
Well,
Well,
it's a sorcery that costs 2 and a white. Go ahead, Dirk.
oh well.
Got to
You
warm
go
up
ahead
for
and
you.
finish it up. I'll grab the next one.
All right, 2 and a white.
This is all super hot.
Super. It's a sorcery. It's not a super sorcery. Return target permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, you may copy this spell. You may choose a new target for the copy, which is good because you don't really need to bring the same thing back twice. And it has flashback of 4 and a white.
So if you have Savine out, you actually get to cast a spell like 3 times.
Like 4.
Or wait, is it 4? Because the copy... No, the copy that Savine casts Was not cast from the graveyard?
Was not cast from the graveyard, yeah.
Because it's a Oh god, my head.
Ugh.
Look what you've done. My brain is coming out.
Yeah, the copy was
Go
not
back
cast
in your home, brain. Are you
So
too good for your home?
It's just 3. It's just 3.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay. It's just 3.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like it.
Like it's totally a white thing to get a permanent that's cheap from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Oh,
Yep.
considering I think there's a Sun Titan in the deck too, so
Yeah, sorry, reflex.
How is it 3?
How was what?
Did you
three?
So
get
if you've got Savine out and this is the first card that you cast from the graveyard,
Then you make a copy of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this card
and then
says
and then the spell itself makes a copy of it.
yeah, it says if this spell was cast from a graveyard, you may copy this spell on Savine's Reclamation itself. So you get 2 from this card and then 1 from Savine.
I think we broke him.
Yeah.
No,
See,
I
I
keep
told
looking
you.
at him. I keep thinking, but this makes a copy. So this one does, without Sabine out, this does 2 copies.
Yeah, if you flash this
Just
back,
one
this one
copy.
does
Or
2.
does 2? It does 2 things.
Yes, the original and a copy.
Okay. So if Sabine's out,
You get an extra.
Just
but
one.
why don't you get 4?
Because the copy, that's what we were just talking about. The copy itself that she cast was
Yeah.
not cast from the graveyard. It's a copy that she's casting.
Okay.
Is it a he?
I think it's a he.
Damn it, Brian.
Say
I don't know.
she.
It is a he because the 2 females were Angie and Kadena. Because I remember there were 2 female and 2 male league commanders.
Okay, then. There you go. Anyway,
Crazy
now that
Dominarians.
we've argued and discussed how to make multiple copies of this, let's do something else. Let's see.
Okay.
Thalia's Geist Caller.
Okay.
Where's that?
So Thalia's Geist Caller for 2 and a white. It's a 3/1 human cleric that has lifelink.
Oh.
Whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Sacrifice a spirit. Thalia's Geist Caller gains indestructible until end of turn.
It's a neat little effect.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I always
Nice
like
little
the
value.
things that are when you do something that you want to do anyway, make a token.
Yeah. And it's a spirit token, so it's got flying, it can swing in there, and if you really want to protect your 3/1 with lifelink, you just sack it. Plus you can sack any spirit, not just your tokens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
play that with the new mythic from Core 2020. Kaikar.
Nope, no idea.
From-
What's that do?
Which one's that?
The
Yes, I see it, yeah.
the Aven Jeskai wizard that makes spirits whenever you cast a non-creature spell, and then you sacrifice a spirit for red mana.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Nice.
That works really well with it too.
All right, next up
So-
we've got Mass Diminish, which I'm going to guess is blue.
It's blue. It's funny.
Okay, what's that do then?
For 1 and a blue, it's a sorcery. Until your next turn, creatures target player controls have base, power, and toughness 1/1. And it's flashback of 3 and a blue.
Oh, look at all his little menagerie. Oh.
Luckily, it's not an instant.
I do like his little flavor text. Transform from brute to cute.
Dog.
If this was an instant, combat would be
I think that's probably why it says until your next turn. That way, it does have a little bit more permanence to it.
Yeah, but you can see it coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can be like, I'm gonna do this and then swing, and I'm gonna be like, guess I just won't block me. Of course.
And then
with-
somebody plays Quicken, and then you cry.
Or if you have Elsha of the Infinite out, you can cast this from the top of your library, as though it had flash. So that's another way to do it. But
Okay, Quicken isn't in the deck, so that's good.
Recommended upgrades for your deck. Add Quicken.
Ah!
Quicken would actually go really well in this deck. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right, next up we have the Wall of Stolen Identity. This is silly.
Sounds like something you should call your bank over.
Right? For
Hide your
3
credit
and a
card
blue, it's a shapeshifter wall. You know,
What?
like you do. You may have Wall of Stolen Identity enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a wall in addition to its other types and has Defender. When you do, tap the copied creature, and it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Wall of Stolen Identity. It's literally stealing the identity.
This is just I mean, I get what it's doing. It takes a whole lot of words to get there. Hey, you get this wall. When it comes in, pick another creature. This is that thing, except it's still a wall. And the thing you picked, it gets tapped and doesn't untap. So
Yeah,
you kind
I
of
think your way
neutralize
was
them.
actually longer.
Maybe.
I think no matter how you try to explain it, you're going to use the same amount of words.
You probably. If you try to do this in like 5
I-
words, you're not going to get it.
Ice that thing down, and then you get a wall version of the thing you iced.
Let's see,
There you
clone, but it's a wall. The clone target doesn't untap. Dang, there we go.
And the clone wall is still a wall. Like, it doesn't lose wall.
It's pretty funny. I like it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I love weird stuff, and I'm just like,
Is
what?
this too weird?
It might be a little too weird with me.
Oh, well.
What's
what-
next?
Played on Wall Tribal.
The Backdraft Hellkite.
That sounds hot.
I think that's the Past in Flames dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Cool. All right. So
So what's it do?
Backdraft Hellkite is a 4/4 dragon for 3 and 2 red. It flies. Of course, it's a dragon. I would hope it would fly. Whenever he attacks, each instant sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost.
Yeah. So it's Past in Flames Dragon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except it doesn't have that annoying thing that Past in Flames has where you had to spend all this mana on Past in Flames.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also true. So now you have all that mana to do what you want with it.
Yeah.
You just have to attack with your dragon. Because, I hate attacking with my dragon.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to connect. It doesn't have to survive. It just has to attack. And then this is great for all the stuff that already has flashback. Like if the flashback cost is more expensive, you can flash it back for the cheaper mana cost. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
All the things that don't have flashback, get it. Just floor wax dessert topping.
I like it.
Yeah.
There's
Plus-
some things that really shouldn't have flashback. So have fun with those then.
Yeah.
Like extra turn spell.
Plus,
Oh yeah, baby.
It's
Final
a big-ass
Fortune
dragon.
with flashback.
Yes. Wait. Maybe
Right.
not yes on that one.
Maybe not.
All right, next up is the Dockside Extortionist. This is a Brian card if there ever was one.
Oh yeah. For 1 and a red, it's a goblin pirate. It is a 1/2. When it enters the battlefield, create X treasure tokens, where X is the number of artifacts and enchantments your opponents control. You did this to yourselves. Sorry you have all this stuff. I'm going to get me some gold now.
Sorry, Enchantress player. I have a lot of mana.
Wow, like
I'm
a
going
lot.
I've got to Banefire you now.
A small price to keep such pretty things safe. He's an extortionist. You're buying him off.
And it's your opponents, so it's everybody.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm like, oh, look, I've got 3 mana rocks. Dirk's got 3 mana rocks and some sort of artifact thing. Brian's got like 6. So
Like you
that's-
do.
So now, it's artifacts and enchantments. So Brian's got like 8. So that's 8 and 3 and 4. That's a lot of mana.
Yeah. Take that, Tezzeret player.
Sick burn.
I might have to play that in the Heb. That's pretty good.
Ooh. All right.
I
Then we
like
have
mana.
Ignite the Future, which is like Past in Flames, but not. So for 3 and a red, it's a sorcery. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. So nice normal red thing.
It's a what's it? Light up the stage.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
If this spell was cast from a graveyard, you may play cards this way without paying their mana costs.
Which the flashback cost is 7 and a red, so that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So it costs 4, but if you flash it back with flashback cost, it costs double that. But all those 3 cards are free. So,
All right, cool.
and it's until the end of your next turn.
So I flip over Omniscience, Emrakul. Something else is equally stupid.
You're a bastard.
The other Emrakul.
Ulamog.
Ulamog. But yeah, I really like this. It's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get to 8, whew.
All right.
Stack your deck right. You're in blue, you can do it.
Totally. All right, wait. I already lost it. Next up is the Empowered something or other. Scroll. Empowered Auto Generator. What?
Sounds like an artifact.
It is.
I completely missed this card at some point. Hey, Mike, what's this
Empowered-
card do?
Who? What?
What? I say, hey, Mike, what's this card do?
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell who you said. All right. For 4 mana, you have an artifact that enters the battlefield tapped. You could tap it, put a charge counter on it, and then add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of charge counters on Empowered Auto Generator.
Oh my god.
This is fine.
So it just keeps
It's
going and going and going.
Yeah, I'm actually really glad it costs 4 and comes in tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that stops artifact players. All right, cool.
Well,
Play this turn 1,
at least-
Voltaic Key, untap it, tap it.
At least they have to do something for shenanigans.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, mana.
It's a nice little mana ramp.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, next. That was the Empowered. Okay, Cliffside Rescuer. What the hell color is that?
White,
Is it uncommon?
Oh, there
probably.
it is.
It's a core or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it's an uncommon.
Mm.
Cliffside Rescuer for 1 and a white is a core soldier, uncommon, so it's in more than one deck. 2/2 with vigilance. Tap and sacrifice Cliffside Rescuer. Target permanent you control gains protection from each of your opponents until end of turn.
Huh. Wow, that's a heroic sacrifice if there ever was one.
That is, yeah. I heard you like to True Name Nemesis, so here's some True Name Nemesis on a stick for all of your opponents
Not just one.
for a turn.
For a turn, but I mean, if you're going to take infinite combats,
That's really cool. All right, next. Leadership Vacuum. We did Bloodthirsty Blade.
Artifact.
Yep. Hey, what's
that
that?
was
do, Dirk?
interesting.
So Bloodthirsty Blade for 2. It's a uncommon artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and is goaded. If attacked each combat, if able, it attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. Is what goaded says. For 1, attached Bloodthirsty Blade to target creature and opponent controls. Activate this ability only anytime you would cast a sorcery.
Is Goaded a thing from before?
Conspiracy 2.
Okay, I thought it sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember where. No dying.
Try not to.
Yeah, so it's an equipment that you can't equip to your own stuff naturally. You have to give it to someone else.
Right.
And it makes that person, or
Which
makes
is
that
what you
creature.
want to do.
Cannot attack you.
Yeah, it has to attack someone, but not you.
Yeah.
Well, if you're the only person left standing, it can attack you.
Yeah, it says if able. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, then that's just the thing that they can never attack you with, so even better. Oh, wait, it says attacks a player other than you if a... Oh, I didn't see the if able after the other than you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's depressing.
Well, you know.
And the problem is you cannot attach it to any of your stuff, so...
Well,
Yeah,
just...
Or you cannot unattach it either.
Yeah, and you can't unattach it to anything. Huh. You just have to block and kill whatever it is, and then don't
do it again.
Yeah, just don't equip it to anything else.
Yeah.
Weird.
And it's got... You're forcing it to attack, so, you know...
I mean, which is fine. You're probably trying to get rid of certain things, or you're trying to kill somebody else.
That is true, yeah. You can put it on a thing that they don't want to attack with.
Yes.
Because then they'll either use it for whatever its ability is, or they'll, have to attack with it. So, yeah. Okay.
That's the point of goading.
I like it. It's neat.
Because it reminds me of, like, that old mechanic that we haven't seen reprinted ever, like Provoke.
Provoke was so bad. Provoke had so much just stupid rules associated with it, and that's why we've never seen it.
So I think this is what replaced Provoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Provoke was like, that thing, I'm provoking that, so it untaps and it has to block, but you still have a window to retap it. Okay, I'll retap it. Damn it!
You don't know rules. It has to block.
Yeah.
If able.
So that's it for this deck. Let's see what's in it. So this Planeswalker is Ral Zarek. So he's fun.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. Little silly with his limit break, but that's fine.
Pristine Angel.
Yeah. Good old
Sun
Pristine
Titan.
Angel. Sun Titan.
Sun Titan.
Talrand. A River Kelpie. That one's pretty good.
Ooh, Talrand. Which one's River Kelpie? Oh, River Kelpie.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Whenever a spell is played from a graveyard, draw a card. Check out Zatalpa.
Yeah.
There's a target for you to kill with something when you've got your whatever the other thing, Rayana.
Yep.
I always liked Clever Impersonator.
Clever
Sounds pretty
Impersonator
good,
is also fun.
Gutter Snipe.
Man. Wait, what's Burnished Heart? Search your library
It's
for
that
two.
artifact.
Oh, okay, yeah. Turns into 2 lands. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, what do we got? Divine Reckoning, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Dusk and Dawn. Dusk to Dawn? I forgot how you word. That's Dusk to
Dusk
Dawn,
to
right?
Dawn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, Increasing Devotion. Huh. Stormherd? Is there a lot of life gain in here? I guess you don't really need a lot of life gain.
Not particularly. Surprised it's here, not in the Populate deck, but...
Devil's
Yeah, but, I mean, if you can, like... I think the key thing is if you can, like, attack with the dragon, give it flashback, and then you're getting twice that much.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Devil's Play, Deep Anal, because you can't have flashback without that.
Yep.
Oh, dude, Mystic Retrieval. I remember that card.
Faithless Looting got new art.
Oh, it did?
Yep.
Scrolling slowly. Oh, look, it's Dak Faden, the greatest thief in the...
No, he was the greatest thief.
Oh, he dead. Now I'm sad.
I has a sad.
Maybe we'll get another Dak Faden in a commander set in the future, or some other, maybe not commander, but in some other set that will be Dak Faden at his prime.
Conspiracy 3.
that hopefully won't destroy Vintage.
I don't know. That's asking for a
Original
lot.
deck Fade and sees heavy play in Vintage.
You mean he steals Moxes, and why would anybody play that?
Yeah, exactly. Rolling Timblor. What else we got? Increasing Vengeance. That makes sense.
Prismatic Strands. The new art
Prismatic
for that.
Strands is a sweet reprint.
It's
And
an awesome reprint. I love Prismatic Strands.
Did you see the art for it? Because it's
Did it get new art
pretty.
too?
It's pretty.
Hang on. Going up. I can't spell. What's Prismatic start with? That is pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, look. They actually are Prismatic Strands.
Yeah.
How clever.
And there's purple.
There better be. Bitches.
Let's see what else we got. Putrefy the Grave. Ray of
That's-
Distortion.
He was my favorite Ray. Actually, no. Ray. What's the one with Splice? Ray of Frost? Never mind. That's my
Glacial
favorite
Ray?
Ray.
Glacial Ray.
Glacial Ray. I also kind of like Ray of Command. Actually, that's my favorite Ray. Sorry, wait,
don't
no.
want Rays.
Ray Harryhausen. That's my favorite Ray. Una's Grace.
Yep.
Huh. Oh, and Think Twice, of course. Oh, and Desperate Ravings, of course. All right.
All the draw spells.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A flashback.
Commander Sphere, is it Logit Soul Ring? Yeah, okay. Oh, what's this? More enchantments. Jace's Sanctum. Yup. That's nice.
Secrets of the Dead.
Wait, does Jace's Sanctum affect flashback costs?
Yes.
I thought so. That's pretty sweet. Ghostly
Yep.
Prison. What's Secrets of the Dead won't load? Hey, Secrets of the Dead.
Maybe
Oh,
cast a
this
spell.
card! Yeah! I always like the art on that.
Burning Vengeance.
And of course, yeah, well, gotta have Burning Vengeance.
Yep.
That's another of those, here's a thing that you're already doing, let's make it do something else.
Yep.
Alright.
And I love me some Exotic Orchard.
I did like that they added in the what were they called? Like the Tango lands, the Czech land, or I don't know. What were they called?
The Karoo lands?
The ones from Battle for Zendikar.
Oh, the Fast lands.
Like Prairie Stream.
Yeah.
Fast lands were the ones that came untapped.
Oh,
if you
you're
had
right.
two
You're
or
right.
less.
No, these are the Buddy lands.
Buddy lands,
Buddy Lands.
something like that.
So
I can't
many
remember
land titles. I'm
Isn't
pretty
this
sure
the
these are
ones
called
that
Buddy
we
lands.
were calling the Tango Lands and people didn't want to go with that?
Yeah,
Because people choose poorly? Because that's totally, because it takes two more to tango.
yeah.
The tango is entering untapped.
I don't know.
And it takes two to tango.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was the one we
people-
tried to push.
Yeah, people choose stupid names.
Oh my god, Temple of the False God. Hello.
I think that one got printed in all of them, didn't it? Yes.
I was going to say probably.
I think all of
kind
them
of-
pretty much have. I think pretty much all of them have similar mana bases. I think at this point,
Yeah.
is I really don't see. Bajuka Bog. Of course, they put Bajuka Bog in the Sultai deck.
Well, yeah.
Take this flashback deck.
They gotta have
Such pain.
some answers to each other. So.
Yep. This is true.
Haha.
And
I have my dragon out. I declare combat. I will sacrifice this Bajuka Bug and you can go to hell. The dragon attacks you, you dick. I'll take 4 worth.
My spells.
Right. Alright, so that's Mystic Intellect, the Flashback deck, and Faceless Menace, the Morph deck. Again, sorry about that, but it's going to take 2 weeks to get through these. But that's okay, because next week we actually have another guest host. Hopefully this will work. And it may or may not be one of Mike's co-hosts.
That was my first gad when you said, I will have a guest host next week. And she already said, oh, I'm going to be on the Mana Pool too. I'm like, okay. Thanks, Chase.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have Chase back on.
Cool.
Because she was on the War of the Spark pre-release episode because she played against two of my co-hosts.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she's never actually done it with us, like here sitting down. But
Right. But yeah, Mike wasn't on the War of the Spark pre-release, but I talked about his wife because she kicked the crap out of me.
She does that
in one of those rounds. One of the bad ones, like where I just got ruffle stomped. Yeah, that was her.
She does that.
Yeah. All right then. Well, what?
Just more of the end note of like, Mike's wife kicked my ass. Yes, she did.
I mean, accurate statements. So hey, Mike, tell people where things are. That they
where
can
things
find.
are.
Yeah, like best of 3 maybe.
Best of 3. You can find us on Twitter at listen2bo3. Or I can bother spelling out the web address, which is best-of-3.com.
Wow, that's awful.
Hey, it's the best I could get. Okay. But I will take it. It's nice and short. It's not like best-of-3podcastmagicthing.com.
Wow, bestof3.com spelled out. Is this? It looks like it used to be a GeoCities website. Wow.
Yeah, shut up.
That's awful.
Hey.
No, not yours. The bestof3.com spelled out.
Oh, okay.
Bestof3.com. Is that what you said? Yeah. Here. No, this is fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Chat. Hang on. We gotta look at this. Look at this. This is bestof3.com.
Yeah, I'm working on it. We got graphics in the works.
Like, no, not yours.
Oh.
I'll show yours in a second. Hang on. I gotta find the proper.
Is it GeoCities or is it Angel Fire?
Like, no, this is straight Angel Fire. Look at this. Like, I don't mean to throw off on these people. It's just that this is obviously from a million years ago that hasn't been touched since. The copyright is 2005 to 2012. So they're just sort of squatting on it, and you weren't able to get it because of that, and that's terrible.
Yep.
Yeah. See, this is Best of 3 podcast. Nice and easy to read, easy to find. Everything's good.
Yep.
Except I can't, for some reason, middle click and scroll.
Good.
That's weird. Why can't I middle click and scroll? Is it
broken? Maybe WordPress hates you. I don't know.
Oh no, it's not working on any of these pages. What? Is my middle click broken?
Evidently, because it's working for me.
Uh-oh. Did my mouse just die? Now I'm all pissed off.
Womp womp.
Anyway, so yeah, here's where you find their podcast. Like I said, they're at 6. They're almost a real podcast. I'm almost proud of them.
Almost proud. and then instead of being proud, you're going to be disappointed. Like you got to 10, but dear God, is it awful.
I would never say that.
You would think it, though.
No, because I don't actually listen to Magic content. I have to make 2 of my own, so I try not to do that. So what do you guys talk about? What flavor of show do you do?
So between the 3 of us, we pretty much cover, I would say, the widest scope of Magic players possible. You guys have met Chase. She is definitely far more Commander-ish than Jose and I. I mean, we all play Commander, but that is her focus. Jose, I would say, is probably your well-rounded average player who enjoys Standard, Modern, and then of course I'm the judge, and then I also dabble more in Legacy and Pauper and stuff like that. Like I pretty much play about every format available. But so we'll talk about new cards. We'll talk about what's happening in the community. This past one we kind of covered some of the Commander decks and the spoilers that we had seen so far. I don't know where else you want me to go with that, but there you go.
I mean, wherever you want to, man.
This is your chance.
This is my chance.
Plug away.
But like I said, we also do talk about stuff that's happening in the community. We also, I did talk a little bit about Judge Academy in this past episode. And then Jose was also talking about how organized play seems to focus more on streamers versus sort of the grinders and the actual like competing pros. And since they've gone away from the older system and seem to go more towards celebrities and personalities on Twitch and things like that.
Which I know people keep saying that, but they've really only done that once.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big time that they did it.
Mm-hmm.
When they, grabbed Savich to go into the MPL instead of, I don't know, anyone else. Like, I love Savich to death. I routinely watch his Dota Underlords videos on YouTube just constantly. I think I watched 2 today, let's be real. But, like, it's very strange that they chose to add him in. Well, yeah. It's not strange. It's very strange based on the way things used to work.
Yeah. And I mean, we kind of discussed that in like the MPL and Nice Play as a whole and all of that.
Nice.
So yeah. So if you like general things Magic and like to hear various opinions from casual commander player to judge, you kind of get the whole sampling that way.
Nice. All right, then. And that's Listen to BO3 on Twitter.
Yes.
Yay! All right, everybody go check that out.
Push us up to over 100 followers. Do it.
Get there.
We're at 95. I only need 5 of you to do it.
Okay, hang on. Oh, I already followed you. Never mind. I was like, I'm helping! Nope, I already helped.
Doing his part.
At least you tried.
All right, so...
Well, you've already done your part, so yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, Other Dorks, what you got? Final thoughts?
I'm just going to say, I've been trying to hang on. I think I'm going to head out pretty soon, but it's been a long day. I try not to be super negative. Today I had to attend a funeral for someone I did not expect to have to attend a funeral for ever because he died very suddenly and unexpectedly. It was a judge in our local community, an actual judicial judge, not a Magic judge. And he was only 56, so we're all still kind of reeling from that. But I guess thoughts for the family of Thomas Gerald. He was a fantastic human being, and he will be missed. That being said, otherwise I'm doing just fine. I'm just a little tired. I've been up a little bit. I've been up late lately. I did a set review with Chewy on Saturday, and that was cool.
Man, that took
Go
forever.
check that out. Yeah, but I feel like we did a good job with it. But I've had a long week. So Mike, it was very nice to talk to you. You guys as well. But I think at this point I will bow out. Thank you all for listening and keep listening to these other guys.
Night B. Dirk?
I
agree.
Yeah. This is the last week I have before I go back to work. So I will be starting my new position next week. Well, I have orientation on Tuesday, and then I will actually be starting teacher work days on Thursday.
Nice.
So, yeah. Trevor's going to be doing summer camp for the last 2 weeks before school starts. And then, like I said, it's going to be... It's one of those things that whenever the summer started, I thought, oh my gosh, it feels like it's going to last forever. But in reality, it doesn't take long. It's just one of those paradoxes of time.
I wouldn't know. I have no concept of the passage of time.
The one other thing is Trevor and I have, I got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and Trevor and I have been playing, and we've been trading Pokemon with each other, and we have been enjoying getting to play Pokemon together as father and son. So, and it's so funny. He's like, "Dad, you know, do this, do this, do this," and I'm going, "You do realize I've played this game before you were even born. Like, I've been playing Pokemon games since before you were born, right? I understand how this stuff works. You were playing Pokemon Platinum, a game that I had when you were a wee babe, before you could even walk. I was playing this game. I understand how this stuff works."
And no,
but it's
he
so
has
funny
no
to have
idea
him
how
say,
that works.
Dad, do this. Dad, no, you don't do it that way. You do it this way. But I don't tell him that because, you know, I'm just like, Oh, really? Oh, okay. Because I'm trying to not be that dad who's like, you know, it's like, child, go away. That sort of thing.
Well, good job.
I try. And with that, I am also going to be heading out. So, good night, everybody.
Night, Zerg.
Night.
As always, they leave just me and a mic. It's just every damn time.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, look, I'm even closing their names off as they leave. Here, I'll put it there. That's you. That's me. There's me. Boom. Well then, for me, of course, you should come to the Twitch live streams because we live stream the Mana Pool on Thursday nights. We live stream Monday Night Magic on, Monday nights. That's the name. And I also live stream all kinds of other stuff. Like Brian and I live streamed our Hearthstone set review for Saviors of Uldum a few days ago. That went extremely long. I think we talked about Saviors of Uldum for 3.5 hours.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, we covered all the cards though. I think we did a pretty damn good job. Plus, I got those up on YouTube before like anybody else had any freaking set reviews. But of course, didn't get any views because who am I? But still, we got it up super early. I was proud of us. I was proud of me because I did all the damn work.
You did the best you could for all the views.
But it's also nice to hear, like, I watched, or I've seen other people, like pro Hearthstone players and streamers and whatnot talk about the cards, and they were saying almost exactly the same things that we were. So I'm proud of myself. It's like I haven't been playing card games for like ever and freaking ever.
Yeah. You know what you're talking about. Who knew?
Yeah, it's crazy. But also, what I stream here lately has been Hearthstone, because the new set came out and it's been a blast. Like on stream last night, I streamed 9 different decks for I don't know. I think it was another 3.5, 4 hour stream, something like that. Because I had 9 decks built, so I played 9 decks to try them all out and see how they felt, and it was a lot of fun. I've already got 3 of those turned into YouTube videos. They're not all going to be turned into YouTube videos, but some of the more interesting ones. So nice. The Highlander Hunter deck and the Secret Mage and the Dual Paladin are all going up on YouTube soonish. Then their Quest Paladin is next, and after that I lost track. But Big Shaman. So Quest Paladin and Big Shaman for sure. I don't know about Secret Hunter or Bomb Hunter, probably not. I already skipped over Quest Druid and Quest Shaman because those games weren't terribly interesting. But anyway, I played a lot of stuff because it's a new set, and unlike previous new sets that aren't a rotation, it actually brings a lot of stuff to the game, as opposed to other new sets that are like, okay, here are the decks that are already built. This entire new set adds a couple of cards to some of the decks. That's it. Yay. No, this is making entirely new archetypes, and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm all over it.
Yeah, because I mean that's the kind of thing I'm hating. Like Magic Standard, it seems like there was like maybe one or two new archetypes, but all of the decks play about the same. So I'm just like, all right, give me rotation already.
Yeah, we don't have to wait long.
I know, like 2 more months.
Thank goodness. I love any time there's a rotation in a card game. It's just, even though I don't play any sort of Magic where rotation matters, I still just love it because it gives us all new things to look at and talk about and think about, like for Monday Night Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right then. So that's what I do here on stream. I also stream other things. Dota Underlords is another thing that I stream a lot. It's a lot of fun.
I need to get into streaming more.
I mean, you used to stream occasionally, and then you didn't.
Oh, the problem is I don't have a consistent schedule, so I can't like really like make a schedule.
Nah,
at all.
Just stream whenever. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I might stream some core drafts or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. I know Chase is getting into. She's got the stream bug now, so she's going to be doing a lot more with that too.
Yeah, I saw that she was doing a test stream earlier, and she walked away for like 10 minutes, but didn't mute her mic. So you're just hearing things in the background. I'm like, to be a new streamer.
I will give her that. She gets very excited about things and definitely is very gung-ho.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll talk to her about all that next week.
Yep.
Hopefully she'll still be able to make it. So, what else? YouTube. On youtube.com/themanapool. That's where all this stuff goes up. I finished, finally, the Smash Brothers World of Light videos. The last one goes public, I think, tomorrow? I think it'll be tomorrow. It ended up being 71 episodes over 6 months.
That's dedication.
And they're done. I'm excited because now I can start posting some of these other things. Because when I have like 3 long-running series going at the same time, I don't want to start a 4th one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing The Messenger, and I'm doing World of Light, and I've got like Hearthstone and or Dota Underlords, and I'm like, okay, I've already got Human Fall Flat and Titan Souls fully recorded and ready to go. I can't start posting them. So, yeah. But expect lots of Hearthstone this month because I'm going to be streaming lots of Hearthstone this month because as part of the deal with the fans helping me pick up the pre-order bundle for Saviors of Uldum, I'm going to be doing another Legend push this month. I did one back, I think it was April, and I got close but couldn't quite make it. And then I completely lost the urge to play Hearthstone for like 2.5 months. Mainly because after that, the meta got kind of stale. I'm hoping that this meta won't get stale that quickly.
It depends. Because sometimes it depends on how fast there is an urge to solve the meta for some of those games.
True.
Figure out what your best deck is, and then everybody just kind of sticks to those decks for a while.
I'm hoping to take this dual paladin deck far. It's really silly. I love it. But anyway, so that's what happens here on Twitch and over on YouTube. Also, of course, Monday Night Magic and the Mana Pool both go up in video form on YouTube. You should go check those out there. And that's that for content. On Twitter, at the Mana Pool, all that good stuff. Humble partner. Freaking Discord server. Just all of the links to all of this stuff are down in the show notes. No matter where you're watching or listening to this. So, check all that out. But, of course, the most direct way to help support what we do here is on Patreon, patreon.com/themanapool, where you can sign up to become a lifeguard. Lifeguards get a variety of perks, like YouTube videos and Mana Pool episodes you get early. you can get access to the odds and ends, all the stuff recorded before and after both Monday Night Magic and the Mana Pool that is uncensored and unfiltered. Just behind the scenes nonsense of us before and after the show. That is, I got 2 of those up yesterday, I want to say, day before, something like that. So I'm way miserably far behind, but they're coming out, I promise. I would have done one more, but it was 2 hours long, and I went, huh! So I'll probably do that tomorrow. So yeah, and you can get the sponsorship shout out on both podcasts and on the end screen for all the YouTube videos. So I'd like to thank the Mythic Lifeguards. Jason Doan, Kim Maho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Lance Delicious, Team Hellas Are You, Connor Kennedy, John Morris, Alex Gonzalez, Jeff Spencer, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Sophia Bertain, Casey, Fayen Says, Danny Liao, Cody Buckowing, Jake Jansons, Jason Cowles, Gothic Man, Brian DeLucci, Stark Maximum, John Parker, Violet Moon, Aleph Cat, Dan Holm, Bartle, Sarah Jane, and the Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. Thank you all so very much for your support, and thanks to all of the lifeguards, no matter what the tier. I quite literally could not do this without you. Because that's... Let's see, 2 podcasts a week, at least 1 YouTube video every day, and like 5 streams a week? That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a full-time job.
It is, yeah. So, yeah, thanks so much to everyone who helps me make that my part-time job. So I can keep bringing you all of this ridiculous amount of content. But with that, we're going to be done with episode 562. Mike, dude, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And being our resident beardy rules guy.
Yeah.
Named Mike. Damn, that's eerie.
Am I like Mike plus clues put together? Is that the way this works?
Are you wearing a bow tie?
No.
Then no, you are not.
What if my dog is wearing a bow tie?
Is it cute?
Of course. He's
Oh.
wearing a bow tie.
Ah, well, good point then. You might be then. So yes, we're done now. So thank you all so very much for listening. Come back next week for the other 2 decks, hopefully with Chase. And yeah, we will see you all next week. I screwed up my outro. Thank you all so very much for listening, and go play some Magic.